Alrighty, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Season 5, Episode 33 of Hit the Books, the podcast all about sports betting, the best bets you should be taking in everything surrounding sports. This week, we are deep in the NHL playoffs here. Second round happening now, NBA as well, second round happening now, and we are just cruising through this MLB season. But can't do it here without my co-hosts, Huff and Mackie, here with me this week. Let's introduce them. What do you guys got for me this week? Huff, what do you got?
Yeah, it's a great time in the sports world. I feel like I always say that, always finding the positive in things. But the NHL and NBA playoffs are truly one of the best times of the year. We have the MLB going on in the background, but these NHL and NBA playoffs have lived up to the hype. The NBA actually giving us a couple of game sevens there in the first round, but moving into some of these second round series, we're getting a lot better basketball. A lot less one-sided games, it seems like. I know Mackey's Knicks kind of handled business in game one, but we'll touch on that. But hockey's been great. Basketball's been great. No, I'm excited to talk about all of them. Some great series in both leagues.
Heck yeah, lots to look forward to. Mackie, what do you got before we jump into some of these various playoffs happening at the moment?
Yeah, NBA playoffs have been, I can't remember the last time we had 3 series in the first round go 7 games. So that was definitely fun. And even the ones that didn't go 7, we got great series out of. So NBA playoffs is about as good as it's ever been. NHL, we had some good first series. I know the Penguins got knocked, but Battle of Pennsylvania was definitely a good series as well. But yeah, just heat up these second rounds. Obviously, MLB is in full swing now, so a lot to get into.
Heck yeah, where do you guys want to start?
Start with the NHL. Let's start hockey.
Let's start with hockey. All right, the NHL playoffs continue to fire on all cylinders as we are into round 2. The East, we have Carolina up 2-0 on the Flyers as the series shifts back to Philadelphia. In the other series in the East, we have Buffalo and Montreal. Game 1 going on as we're recording here this episode. Out West, we have the Golden Knights jumping to a 1-0 series lead with the Game 2 tonight in Vegas against Anaheim. Last, but certainly not least, arguably the best series we have, Colorado going up 2-0 on Minnesota, surprising as hell. And that series shifts back to Minnesota for games 3 and 4. Let's start in the East with Carolina and Philly. Are you guys surprised about how these first 2 games went, Huff? What do you think here after Penn's getting taken down by the Flyers?
Not really. I didn't think our Penguins were going to put up much of a fight against this Carolina team. They're loaded top to bottom, and it kind of seems like this is one of those years where they're just going to go on a run in the Eastern Conference. Obviously, the Penguins got eliminated all the way back on Wednesday the 29th. Them having to play that game 1 in Carolina, that's Saturday, May 2nd. So a quick turnaround for the Flyers after winning a big game 6 on their home ice in overtime in a 1-0 game. You go down to Carolina. They looked, you could say flat. 3-0 game. Yeah, it's easy to say they look flat. Game 2 was where I really thought the Flyers were going to maybe steal a game there. They were up 2-1 late. Hurricanes it felt like a million shots on net. It really was like 30-something shots on net. They still only had 1 behind Vladar. Vladar's been certainly, carrying that Flyers team, but couldn't get the job done in game 2. That's why they're staring down a 2-0 series lead going back to Philly. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens in game 3. Game 3, obviously, tomorrow or on Thursday when you're listening to this. But I think this is Carolina in 5. I do think Philly's going to get one of them at home. I think it's so hard to sweep in the NHL. It's so rare. I know we just saw it last round with Colorado. Was Colorado the only one to sweep in the first round? Did Carolina?
I think Carolina did too.
Carolina did too. So we saw one. They've done it.
What are the odds they do it twice?
Sweep them. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take Carolina in 5.
Yeah, I think we're going to get the 2 best teams to come out of the East in Buffalo and Carolina for sure. Buffalo and Montreal game 1 just ended, and Buffalo won 4-2, but holy shit, they were buzzing, and that offense just can't really be stopped right now. So I think there's definitely a play level difference between those 2 teams and the rest of the field. So I think the Flyers would be lucky to get one. They had their chance last game, up 2-0 early, and ended up blowing it and losing in overtime. So I don't know. Not much to say about either of these series. I think Carolina in max wins in 5. I could see a sweep. And then I think Buffalo wins in max 6 games. I think Buffalo is just too good right now.
Yeah, I originally was siding with the Canadians going into this series, and I hate to jump ship after a home win on game 1, but the way Buffalo's looked, I do think that they're going to handle business in this series. I do think it'll go a little bit longer. I think this will be a 7-game series. I know Montreal's not on that same playing caliber, but when they get up to that barn in Montreal, that's such a hard place to play. I'm still going to give them the credit. I do think this series goes 7. But I am going to go with the Sabres to advance. I as well think we're going to get Carolina, Buffalo. Not many people, I don't think anyone would have predicted that going into the regular season, seeing Buffalo this far, let alone an Eastern Conference Finals matchup against Carolina. But I do think we're going to get the two best teams, like you just said. I'll go Carolina in 5, and I'll go Buffalo in 7.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Dobes carry them, not really carry them per se, but Dobes had an incredible first round against the Lightning. I think he gave out 2 goals in the final 3 games, something like that. But Buffalo just made him look stupid tonight. I mean, they were just peppering left and right. Just he was lost a few times. Just that offense, not much like it right now. Not much like it.
Yeah, that's a series where I think the home ice is massive in every game. Obviously, Buffalo playoff starved team. They looked like that place was rocking in round 1 against Aces Bruins. They obviously move on, win that game to get, or to win game 1 in a rocking building in round 2. They haven't been in this spot since who knows when, but I think the home ice is going to be huge in this series, and I think that's why Buffalo gets it.
Do you want to give a little sneak peek of who you think gets out of the East?
I think it's Carolina. I think it's set up for this to be Carolina's year to get out of the East.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I think Buffalo's
I
good,
will be
dude.
rooting out of the teams left in the East. I'm for sure rooting for Buffalo.
Yeah,
but
you
I'll
have
be
to.
shocked if Carolina doesn't get to the.
I mean,
get
how
to the
many
final.
how many times have you said that though?
Yeah, I mean
With these Carolina
exactly. But
teams.
like there's no Florida, there's no Tampa, there's no Bruins on a good year, your Rangers on it. Like what any of those, I feel like a lot of these other teams, Buffalo, they haven't been here in how long. Philly, no one's looking at them legit. Obviously, they're already down 2-0. And then on the other side, I don't think anyone would pick them in that series against Carolina.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Especially they get home ice against. Did they get home ice against Buffalo? Or is Buffalo the 1-1 seed?
No, Carolina's the 1-1 seed.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, I
so.
was gonna say. I think
Carolina
that's
is
big.
the 1-1.
Yeah, that's big. First 2 games in Carolina.
Both those teams play really well at home too.
But the Carolina doesn't have like that. Like at least they don't jump off the page as that like huge home ice advantage, tough place.
I
to
don't
play.
know, dude. They love hockey down there.
I know, but
They do.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be big. I think starting that series in Carolina will be big. I mean, we're obviously looking ahead at what we think of Buffalo.
I would be very shocked.
Game 1, but
I'd be very shocked if that wasn't the Eastern Conference Finals.
I would too. And like I said, I would also be shocked. I think it's set up for Carolina finally to get to the final. But like you said, how many times we said that in the years past where they either get swept or lose a series they have no business losing. Buffalo's the hot team, especially if they get out of this series. I mean, I'll be rooting for Buffalo as most of the rest of America will be. But I'm going to take Carolina to get to the final.
Alrighty, yeah, you guys covered Buffalo and Montreal there. Let's head out west here. Colorado's up 2-0 on Minnesota. How do we see the remainder of this series going?
Yeah, I was really hoping that Wild were going to give them a little more of a run for their money. I mean, what do they have? 8 goals in 2 games and they're down 0-2. I mean,
Yeah.
Wow.
How often do you see that? So the offense is doing what they need to do, but I mean, but that Avalanche offense is just out of control right now. They don't even need a good goalie. It's the same thing as 2022 when who won it? Was it who was their goalie?
Grubauer?
No, that wasn't their goalie.
Who's the dude
Was
that
it?
went up to?
No.
He left in a. Oh fuck! It's
It's gonna
someone like
piss
in
me
that
off.
same class as Grubauer.
It's not Wedgwood either.
No. What year did they win the cup?
Oh my god. It was the 2022.
Kemper.
No. Oh yeah, Darcy Kemper.
Yeah, it's Kemper.
Darcy Kemper, yeah.
Who did I say
Exactly.
first?
Grubauer, I think.
Grubauer.
Yeah,
He went there after, I think.
Yeah, but
I could
anyway.
be totally wrong on that, but those 2 guys in my head are the same person.
Yeah. Anyway, same situation, I think. I think this Avalanche team is just too good.
I agree. I think this is going to be. I was hoping for more of a series, and the series doesn't start till a home team loses. Obviously, Minnesota, not an easy place to play. But like you said, Colorado's revving up for the final, if not, a championship here. They look unbeatable. I'm going to go with Colorado to win this series. I will say it gets to 5. I'm going to say 5. I was going to say 6 and give the Wild a little bit more credit, but I'm going to say Avalanche in 5.
Listen, there is a situation where the Wild come back and win both at home. I think that there is. I highly doubt it. But even so, I mean, to win 4 of the next 5 games against the Avalanche is just, even if you get those two.
I just think it's gonna be 3-1 when it gets back to Colorado for Game 5.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
I mean,
The
nobody.
way the Avalanche are playing, they're going to steal one of these. If it's Game 3, I mean, this series is obviously over. 3-1, it's probably over too. But yeah, this is probably the best series, and I was hoping we could get maybe a 7-game series out of this. But I'll be rooting for Minnesota to win these next two because I want as many games as we can get in this series. But looking at how it is right now, 2-0 going back to Minnesota, the way that Colorado looks, I'm going to stick with Colorado in 5. I think this can be a quick series.
Yeah, I don't want to say they're out. Like, I think the series can go 6. It could also go 4. Like, I mean, if Colorado keeps playing this way, I'm gonna go Colorado in. I'll go 5 as well, but I could see a push to 6.
How many games did the Wild go to last round with
6?
Dallas? Yeah, this seems like a similar scenario to that Philly one where you end a tough series against a rival, obviously divisional rival with
Burned out.
Dallas, Minnesota. It's not like the most known rivalry, but it's a tough series, and against a very good team. Dallas was obviously the 2 seed in that division where Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota kind of ran away with it from the rest of the West. But I think you go in, you win a 6-game series at home. I know that game was at home and that was big, but you immediately start that series in Colorado. Now I feel like they're like, holy fuck, this series just started. We're down 2-0. And like you said, we've scored 8 goals. Game 1 was absolutely electric. They were down 2, they tied it. They were down 1, they tied it. It was just like this series is going to provide all the offense of the world. And I'm not saying they didn't show up in Game 2, but they need a huge game in Game 3. They have to win Game 3 if they want a chance in the series.
Yeah,
and I believe they're plus money at home.
Oh, I can guarantee that.
Yeah. Like I'm saying like I think they're decently good plus money.
No, Avs minus 125. It says.
Okay. I thought I saw plus 140.
Hurricanes are minus 165.
Yeah, I figured that one. That's the very easily could be a sweep.
Alrighty, what do you guys think about this other series in the West here? Vegas leading Anaheim 1-0 Game 2 tonight as we're recording here, probably just starting. What do you guys think is happening here?
Yeah, Vegas jumped out to that 1-0 lead. Game 2 going on right now. I was just checking the score before we got under. It's 0-0, 7 minutes left in the first. Mackie, go ahead.
I kind of like Anaheim. I like this team. I mean, there's a lot of Rangers on there, which obviously I'm rooting for Kreider, but those young guys like McTavish is playing really well. I mean, dude, they have a lot of weapons over there, and I'm drawing a blank on who's in net for them, but who the hell is it?
Dostal?
Is that who's in net?
He's been the Ducks goalie for a while.
Yeah, he's playing well, whoever it is.
Yeah, Dostal. He's playing tonight.
He's been playing really well. I think last game it was a bad break. It was a mis-icing call.
Yeah.
20 seconds after they scored to tie it up in the third period, they gave up another one. So they lost that one.
You see Quenneville freaking out on the ref after that?
Yeah. Rightfully so, too. That was pretty ridiculous. But
yeah.
I don't know. I don't love this Vegas team. I think they've been winning a lot, and now they have Torts and everything. So I think Torts kind of brought new life to them. But I mean, either way, whoever runs into the Avalanche, I think is sucks.
I agree. I'm going to take Vegas. I think Vegas with the, I think I picked them to win this game tonight. I'm looking at it like they're going to go back to Anaheim 2-0. My original pick for this series was Vegas in 6. I'm going to stick with that. I think they'll clinch this in 6. I do think Anaheim's going to get theirs. Whether it starts 2-0 and we go back to Anaheim, they tie it up at 2. They get 1-3-0, win a Game 5. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to go with Vegas in 6. Like you said, I'm not overlooking Anaheim, but I just think Vegas. I respect this Vegas team a little bit more than you do. I like the core pieces they have there, and I do think bringing in Tortorella was a huge addition for them. That a team that was at bottom of the NHL at one point this season. A lot of questionable move, I guess, to bring him in when they did, and you get out of that first round series and you have a 1-0 series lead. I'm checking it again, still 0-0, but I'm going to go with Vegas in 6.
Yeah, I think this one goes 7. Either way, I do think the Knights will win at home in Game 7, but I think this one definitely goes 7, and I could see the Ducks stealing one. But it's going to be a great series. I mean, Game 1
Yeah,
was
it's gonna be a
great.
really good series.
Yeah, I think this is a battle for who gets boat raced by the Avalanche in 5 games.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Alrighty, that's wrapped up everything we got in the NHL playoffs here. But in other news in the NHL, the Toronto Maple Leafs have won the 2026 NHL Draft Lottery on Tuesday to secure the franchise, the number 1 overall pick in the draft this year, to likely select Penn State forward Gavin McKenna. What do you guys think of the Leafs getting the first-round pick here this year?
Huff, did you see that the Leafs have missed the playoffs twice in the last 10 years, and both times they win the lottery?
Yeah, they got Matthews. Now they're going to get McKenna. But I would. Here's my thing. I watched it on TV. I have no clue what the fuck's going on the entire time.
Dude, did you watch that?
Yeah, it's so hard to watch. I don't even know what I'm watching.
I'm just watching to see like the odds move. Like I had no idea what any ball means. Like,
and even then, you really don't even like the odds. You know, they mean nothing. Like the Mavericks. I mean, the Maple Leafs. Like,
it just means like how many balls you have
in the thing, right?
In the final pick. So like if you have like 18%, you have 2 balls left. 27%, you have 3 balls left.
Yep.
Like doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, I walked away for 2 seconds. I didn't think it was going to be that fast. I come back and it said Toronto as the number 1 pick. I was like, what the fuck happened? Then I was like, I mean, I wouldn't have known what was happening regardless if I watched. So
because they go first to last. Well, not like last, but they go first pick, second pick, and then they do the rest. They used to do like 14-1 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah. The last pick they used to announce was 2 because it was like you'd get to 3 and then it was 2 teams sitting there like, holy fuck, we have 1 or 2.
1, yeah.
And they denounced the 1, yeah.
But yeah, good for them.
They used to like flip the cards over. It was way cooler back then.
When they when Chicago got it, they've only been doing this for like 2-3 years. Because when Chicago got it, it was bottom to top, and they fucked up and they showed that Chicago was winning it before they announced it.
Oh, I don't remember that, but I believe it. Yeah, I missed the one when they used to do it with like flipping the cards. This was so confusing. The guy like holds up the number 12 ball. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
What does 12 mean?
What does that mean?
It should be like logoed balls or something.
That's what I said. It should be colored or logoed balls.
Isn't that what they used to have, the logos?
On the cards, it was a huge logo. Like,
no, but
yes,
the ball,
however they select it behind the scenes is one thing. But
on the ping pong ball, I feel like the logos used to be on it.
Did they?
It should
be wrong.
That's what I said. It should just be the logo.
That's how it should be. Yeah.
And it should be like the first team to pull 3 balls like that. You get the first pick.
I think a great system would be pick 14-1. The lower chance you have, the more balls you have in there. So like the team with the best odds has like the least amount of balls in there, so it's least likely to get picked, and you go 14-1. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're saying like,
so like
backwards.
Whoever just missed the playoffs, you throw like
you're saying like whoever has the 14th
best odds,
whoever is the worst odds to get the number 1 pick, they'd have 25 balls in there.
They'd have 25, and then the first overall pick would have like 3 balls in there. So like the chances of you like picking one of their balls early is like terrible, obviously.
Yeah, it'd be like a 3% chance of them getting the 12th overall pick instead of the first.
I think that would be the best system, but there's like that. Then you'd have like way too many balls in there. I think it's
it would get. I feel like it is confusing now. So
because they threw like 12 balls in there, I was like, what's going on here? Like, how does this even work?
It can't get any worse than it is right now.
Enough about the NHL here. Let's jump over to the NBA here. The second round of the 2026 NBA playoffs is underway as we have Mackey's Knicks looking dominant through round 1 in the first part of the series versus Philly. We got Cleveland, Detroit, Lakers, and Thunder, and Spurs and Timberwolves. Let's start out with Mackey's Knicks here. Mackey, how you feeling after game 2 here tonight?
Yeah, I feel great. I really feel good about this team right now. I can't remember the last time the Knicks were favored to win the Eastern Conference, but here we are. They look incredible. Obviously, tonight they won game 2, so they go up 2-0. We looked a little more beatable tonight. No Embiid. They were down most of the game, ended up pulling away late, but I mean, I can't say enough about OG Anunoby. The way that he's been playing, it's just you have your third option there, and OG is playing like a first option on many teams. So, when you have Cat and Brunson even doing half of what they can, 3 guys going like that is very hard to beat. And the Celtics are gone. Pistons and Cavs look very beatable. I think we should be through the Sixers. Can't blow a 2-0 lead to the 7th seed, but I don't know, Huff. What do you think? I think the Knicks in 5 at most. I mean, they look very, very good right now, and it would take a lot. If one guy's not playing well, the next guy's playing well. Like McCall's even coming back on the scene now. So
Yeah.
um yeah, I think they look very good right now, and I don't see anybody in the East beating them.
Yeah. My original pick for the series was I was taking the Knicks in 7. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a back and forth. I did think the 76ers were going to steal one in New York. When I was watching that, I'm like, all right, this is kind of going exactly how I thought. Obviously, now going back to Philly 2-0. Still, as we always say, they could easily, not easily against this Knicks team. This Knicks team is definitely, like you said, the favorite to come out of the East for a reason. But I'm going to go with the Knicks in 5. I think, losing Embiid, a lot of people are going to say they look better without Embiid. They beat the Celtics twice without Embiid. You want your best player on the floor if you're Philly. I'm going to go with the Knicks in 5. I think this series had a chance if the Sixers, won the night. This is when, game 3 is, a do or die kind of game for the Sixers. But, they were down 3-1 to that Celtics team, so I'm not going to write them off yet, but I'm going to go with the Knicks in 5.
The problem with the Sixers is that they have no bench at all. Quentin Grimes
No,
is
it's
their best.
Edgecombe, Maxey, yeah.
Quentin Grimes is their best player off the bench. Like they need, and tonight, like I don't know if you watched the beginning, but Paul George had 13 points before the Knicks even had 8. Like you need, if you want to win a game, you're going to need a night like that from one of their guys, and that's kind of why it was close. I think Maxey had a great game. I think Paul George had a great game. VJ Edgecombe could have been a little better, but I mean they have no depth. So whenever
He's
those
good from
guys are
3,
out,
yeah,
it's tough for those guys with those minutes.
Yeah. That's probably why Embiid sat out. He knew he was going to play fucking 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on here. Detroit took a 1-0 series lead after a good home performance in Game 1. How do we see the rest of this series going against the Cavs?
I went with the Cavs in 7 here. I think Cleveland's probably I like this Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, I almost said Knicks team, Cavs team. I'm going to go with the Cavs in 7. I think the Cavs pull out this series. The Pistons obviously showed they're definitely a beatable team in that last round against the Magic. I think they were down 3-1, if I'm not correct, right? And they came back.
They were down 3-1.
So down 3-1. I mean, they're definitely battle tested as far as that first series goes. Was it a long series? Same thing goes for Cleveland. The Raptors took them to 7. But I'm going to go with Cleveland in 7. I think this Cavs team with that core 4 they have, I like what they have going, and I just think the Magic runs out for the Pistons.
Yeah, I like the Pistons here. I think this is a good series. I think Harden isn't what he used to be. I mean, he's playing decent, but Evan Mobley also hasn't looked as good as I would expect him to. So, obviously that can change game to game, but I think Jalen Duren's been huge in this series. Cade Cunningham, the last 3 games.
After being so bad last series. Durant was terrible last series.
Yeah, Durant was, yes. But Cade Cunningham, 3 elimination games. I think he had like over 100 points in the 3 games combined. So
yeah,
when he needs to be good, when he needs to be good, he'll be good. Going to be a really good series. I think it should go 7 for sure, but I'm going to go with the Pistons on their home court. I don't love this Cavs team as much as everybody else does. I just think they're very beatable. I think they also struggle on the bench as well.
Alrighty, let's head out to the Thunder leading the Lakers 1-0 in their series. The Lakers could be getting Luka back in Game 3. Do you think the Lakers have a chance against this Thunder's team?
Bro, can we get Luka back? Like this series would be so good.
All I want to see is a healthy Lakers team actually
the
play. The
series
Thunder
would be
team.
so good with Luka. This is so dumb.
They're a 50.5 point dog again in Game 2. They're probably gonna lose. I mean, they're gonna lose Game 2 most likely. Go back to LA. You got to think they're gonna be like, Luka, we need you to fucking come back, even if it's on a minutes restriction. We'll figure something the fuck out. You can give us 25 points in 20 minutes.
What is even wrong with him?
Huh?
What's wrong with him?
I don't even know. I feel like he's been out for so long, Jesse. If you want to fact check that, but my original pick was the Thunder in 5. I'm going to stick with it. I think the Lakers will get 1. If Luka comes back, this is a totally different series. But
it's a hamstring. You can't. There's nothing you can do about it.
Grade 2 left hamstring on April 2nd.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Is Shannon Sharp used to say, no, it's not the Lakers in 5. This one's the Thunder in 5.
Yeah, it is. And it's really sad because I do like this Lakers team. And I think if they're fully healthy, they would give them a run for their money. But
yep.
I mean, you don't have your best player. No shout out LeBron James, but Luka is their best player. You're not going to beat the number 1 team in the league.
Yeah, I agree.
Alrighty, last but not least, the Timberwolves stole game 1 against Wemby and the Spurs in San Antonio. How do we see this series going?
Yeah, Spurs handling business here in game 2. It's looking like they're getting their get back. You didn't think that they were going to go down 2-0, especially on their home floor. But I always say a series doesn't start till a home team loses a game. Minnesota jumps out and, steals game 1 as a 10.5-point dog. Ant comes back from a bone bruise, way earlier than expected. They were looking at not getting him back till game 3, similar to Luka when this series goes back to Minnesota. But Timberwolves steal game 1. Ant did not start this game. He came in on like another minutes restriction. He didn't play fully in game 1 either. But this Timberwolves team is good around him. I mean, he obviously gets all the flowers because of who he is and who, the reputation he's built himself over the past few years. But Jaden McDaniels is having an all-time playoff run for that team right now. They've lost guys like DiVincenzo. They lost Ant last round, but this Timberwolves team is not something to mess around with. With that being said, I do think the Spurs still win the series. And that's actually who I'm probably rooting for, just to get a better chance at taking the Thunder down in the second or in the Western Conference Finals. I'm going to go with the Spurs. I do think this series is going to go a little bit longer than people expected. A lot of people had the Spurs in 5. I'm going to go with the Spurs in 7.
Yeah, I was very surprised to see that Timberwolves won last game. I mean, Ant came off the bench. I don't even think he played more than 25 minutes. So
he didn't come in this game till there was 6 minutes left.
I saw he wasn't the first guy off the bench too. But I mean, dude, they have so many weapons. Like Gobert.
That's what Luka needs to do for the Lakers.
What?
Just do this. Like, give him 20 points off the bench. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know how bad his hamstring is, but like that's what they need.
He probably can't even run. Like he probably can't move.
But like, I mean, it's Luka. He doesn't really run a lot anyway.
But yeah, should be Spurs in, you drop game 1, you're playing from behind, got to go back. I'm going to say Spurs in 6. I think if Ant's not 100%, they're going to have a really tough time getting more than one more win. But,
that's the biggest thing about this series.
I mean, you have guys like Jaden McDaniels who, they play really well. Also, I love Naz Reid. Rudy Gobert, obviously defending defensive player of the year. So they have the weapons. They have the guys. It's going to be tough against this deep Spurs team in Wemby.
Yeah. De'Aaron Fox and Castle, I mean, they're playing good. Obviously, everyone knows Wemby.
I mean, you even have like Vassell like knocking down
six man of the year. Keldon Johnson, he was every time I look up, I feel like he's scoring in this game.
I really want to see Spurs OKC though.
Yeah,
I'd
like to see Spurs Lakers, but I think we're going to get Spurs OKC.
That's true.
Alrighty, that's all we got here out of the NBA playoffs here. A little bit in the MLB
wait, before we leave the NBA, Mackie Art, finals or bust for the Knicks. I'm gonna. This is kind of like not bulletin board material, but all right, you're in the finals. Who do you want to play out of those 4 teams?
Spurs.
You want to play the Spurs
out of the 4?
Oh, you're saying out of the 2 that we have in the Western Finals.
I really want the Spurs to win because I think the Spurs have the best chance to beat OKC, and I think we have a better chance to beat the Spurs than OKC.
Than the Thunder, yeah.
I don't think the Lakers or
Timberwolves are getting out of this round.
Have a chance to get there. If I had to want to play one team, it would probably be Minnesota.
Yeah, for sure.
You're thinking Luka's back for the finals at least. But
no, I think the Spurs is the right answer because you're saying it's going to be Thunder Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, and you don't want the Thunder.
I do not want the Thunder. I think we match up terribly against them. I think we could play with the Spurs. I mean, we played them well all season. I think that would be a very good series.
That's what I'm fearing for your Knicks is you guys are going to get to the finals and just run into that Thunder team.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably most likely what's going to happen if we get there. But
can you do what the Pacers team did last year and at least make it an interesting series?
Dude, the Pacers would have won that series if Halliburton didn't get hurt. I don't know. I mean, nobody on the Knicks is on a Halliburton run right now. That's the problem.
Brunson could get on that.
Yeah, but we're a better all around team than that Pacers team was, I think. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's going to take a lot. I think we should definitely get there at this point, but
I agree. I wanted to ask you that.
The best teams are in the West.
Yeah, I figured that's who you were going to say because I didn't think you were going to say the Lakers or Timberwolves just because they don't really have much of a chance to get there.
Knicks Timberwolves would be sick though. It's like 3x Knicks on that team. I wish DiVincenzo was still playing.
Yeah, that would settle our all-time debate of Ant versus Brunson right there.
It would.
Alrighty, shifting over to the MLB here. We got our power rankings for this week. Coming in number 5, the Dodgers. Number 4, the Cubs. Number 3, the Tampa Bay Rays. Number 2, the Atlanta Braves. Number 1, the New York Yankees. Mackie, what do you think about the power rankings here this week?
I think
What does
Dodgers
Tampa
at
Bay Rays?
I think Dodgers at 5 is kind of crazy. But
They've been skidding. The Rays have been good.
look at the Braves, dude. 26-12.
Yeah, no
Holy
one saw that.
shit.
I mean,
I didn't even realize that.
yeah, they're on fire. That team's buzzing. Obviously, they started the season hot. They're kind of just continuing what they started. Obviously, the Yankees kind of had that little skid at the one point. I think they had a couple.
Little.
It was a 6-game
Yanks
losing
are
streak,
sick.
something like that, and they absolutely hit it. I mean, they're 25-12, 26-12 for the Braves. The Cubs, obviously, who most people expected to lead the NL Central. And then, I mean, Tampa Bay is just on a hot streak. Wanted to get them in there, 9-1 in their last 9, 6-game win streak.
Holy shit, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, they're on fire.
Yeah, early in the season, I think you're going to see the Mariners start playing a little better. They just won 2 out of 3 from the Braves, so it's a huge series to win. Philly's been pretty good too. They've won 8 out of 10. They're still 3 games under, but that team's going to be up there as well. I'm hoping the Mets could figure it out. They've been playing a little better. They're up 4-0 right now, but look at the Buccos, 19-17 at the bottom of the division.
It's crazy. The one year we're fucking have a team. The rest of the division's like, we're also going to be good this year.
Yeah, that's insane. I don't think that lasts in that division. I think the Cardinals definitely fall off at some point. I don't really love the Reds, but
yeah, I don't love the Reds. I think that's how. I think it'll go Cubs, Brewers, us, Reds, Cardinals.
yeah. I mean, you're going to see 2 teams fall off, so just hopefully it's not you guys.
Yeah. Skeens is dealing right now.
Yeah, I got him plus
We
1.
got wiped last night. Bubba Chandler fucking sucks.
Does he?
Yeah, dude. He should have played fucking football at Clemson.
It's all right. It's early.
That guy can't find the strike zone. It's crazy. I don't know when Jones comes back next month. I was originally thinking they were going to take the spot from Majinski. They seriously might take it from Chandler. It's crazy.
Oh, you guys got shelled last night. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. He's been getting. He's like 1-4 with like a 6 ERA.
But yeah, I mean, you can't complain about 19-17 right now.
No, for us too. Yeah,
we can complain. 13-22.
Yeah, highest payroll in the MLB. I mean,
what a team! What a team!
You just have the Knicks that are like blocking all the.
Oh, I've given up. 25 or 35 games into the season. I'm over it.
Losing Soto that early sucks. Is he?
And now Lindor's out.
Yeah, they're just like
Soto's
maybe
back. Soto's coming back a little.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Soto had a solo shot tonight.
Soto's back.
Yeah. He's been back for like a week.
Just like
but the game he got back, Lindor went out, and then Lindor's been out since then. So
gotcha. Yeah, just like that, Spurs are up 14, basically almost the end of the second quarter. I feel like this can be the game they just run away with. I could see in the second half this be like a 20-point game, and the Spurs be like, "Hey, Ant, we lost this one. You're done."
Yeah, I mean he'll stop playing for sure.
Yeah. Hey, let's just wait till game 3. You did your job. We stole one.
He's also not having a very good game.
No. Wemby just had a sick block and rebound. He's unreal. But yeah, MLB, NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs, everything's been good. We're gonna get some picks out. These games are so fucking hard to bet. I haven't been betting a ton lately. Like these, I like in the NHL lately. What I've been betting, at least I'll tell people, is the first goals. That's one of my favorite bets, especially in these playoff games. I like taking a lot of the home teams. They usually find the net first. The home teams have been kind of dominating the NHL playoffs. If you look back at some of these home scores, a home team hasn't won since the Canadians beat the Lightning in Game 7 on Sunday. I know we're only recording on Wednesday, but 5-0 in the last 5. Home teams are kind of ripping them off. That's been a fun bet. NBA is always hard for me to bet. I don't know why, but I like the Sixers tonight plus the 10.5. Didn't take it. I was going to do the Spurs, so looking like it would have been a good night, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. Hindsight's 2020. We'll move on, but we'll get some plays out there for you in the future.
Heck yeah. I think that's going to wrap up everything we got here this week. Anything else to add, boys?
No, I think that's it. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week. HitTheBooks.pod on Instagram, HitTheBooks_pod on Twitter. We'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for listening.